coffee. We'll start things off here in just a second. One more sip of coffee. I just had to figure out how to use technology. I don't really know how it works. The new stuff eludes me. What's up, everybody? This is Chris from Life of Worth, and this is the first ever episode of Destroying Mondays. Kickoff to your creative week, hoping to help people feel inspired. What I wanted to do was say thank you to everyone who's going to jump into the stream, everyone who is going to view this later on. Whatever social media platform we get this up onto, if you're viewing this now, I appreciate your support. It's through your support that we can continue to support the community and support you guys in trying to help you feel inspired during your week. Obviously, if anybody wants to jump in, the show will be somewhat interactive. We'll try to respond to the comments in real time as much as we can. And just wanted to say thank you to everybody viewing this. Everybody's going to comment. And then, of course, a very special thank you to everybody who supports me in all of my artistic stuff. I am, eternally grateful for everybody who believes in me and continues to encourage me. And every episode is going to have two parts. Part one of every video is going to be the check-in. If people want to comment, if people want to tell me how their day was going. As far as me goes, last week was pretty much all about this. I was getting excited about launching the show, finally putting it all together, and Saturday was all about shooting the promo, learning how to edit the promo, and then editing the promo. And yesterday, of course, releasing it and letting all of you know about the show. Now we're here, and we're going to destroy our Monday together. After this is all done, I'm going to download the show and cut it together. So right into, I guess, part two. Every week, I am going to be drawing something. I'm saying a lot. I'm going to work on that. So as far as the projects are concerned, I kind of picked a theme. And actually the first set of pieces that we're going to do in the show are going to be based around that idea of music. Well, actually, first let's show you what it is, the kind of the style that I work in for these videos anyway. This is a few different pieces, but they're essentially all in the same style. But that's kind of the style we're going to be working in. Quick pencils and then a watercolor wash and some Sharpies to finish it off. Something that I find that keeps me honest, keeps me loose, keeps me from getting too precious with things. So this is the paper I typically use for these. You can see it is a Strathmore paint pad. It is 8x10, I believe. If not, it's very close to 8x10. That is a framing size. That's a small size, so it's easy to fill the page. It's pretty thick stuff. It's watercolor paper. It will absorb the Sharpie, so it does a great job with all of that. And the third thing, the great thing about it is that it's for kids. Student stuff is always cheaper than, kind of the intermediary stuff is always cheaper than the pro stuff. And it turns out that the kids stuff is even cheaper still. Great size, good absorbency, and cheap. For pencils, I use a mechanical pencil. This is a Stadler. I don't know how to pronounce any of these things. If you know how to pronounce them, go ahead and set me straight. But this is a mechanical pencil, 2mm lead. So even with your softer leads, it's not going to break as easily because it is thicker. The 0.5mm lead breaks almost all the time. I got this at Arlene's. If you're in the Albany area, you know Arlene's. 57 Fuller Road, Albany. No, I don't know that off the top of my head. I looked it up beforehand because I thought this all through, except for the streaming part. Arlene's, love Arlene's. Shop local, shop small business. support small business. Series, not sponsored by Arlene's. Erasers, I don't know, erasers are cool, I guess. I think I have a whole drawer down here of erasers. But, and then the stuff we probably won't get into in this video, the painting. I typically, for these, I use a student grade watercolor, let it dry out, add a little bit of water. It comes right back, especially, you know, to the degree that you need it to for this kind of thing. Let's see, and then Sharpies. Everybody loves Sharpie. These are fine points, ultra fine. Hey now, red, green, and blue. I find that limiting the color palette really helps to make decisions. We're trying to do these quick. We're gonna play a little bit maybe in the space, but we're not gonna get crazy. And using a Sharpie, better than using a Micron, because with a Micron, you tend to get too precious with things. But getting back to, you know, kind of the subject matter and what we're gonna be drawing today, I grabbed a couple of reference photos of one of the lead singer of one of my favorite bands, the Deftones. So typically when I'm listening to music while I'm drawing, it's got to be somebody that I'm very familiar with. A lot of times I'll listen to the Deftones because I've been listening to them for 20 years. The picture that I chose to draw from, we're gonna do Chino. We'll start the piece tonight and then finish it before next week, at which point we'll be starting another piece. I will probably just keep babbling while I draw. Right. Great thing about these Staedtler pencils too is they come with a sharpener built into the back. So you see it's got this little grippy, and you and these are big leads too. These are long. Get a lot of use out of each lead. And then you take the back off, boop, and sharpen. If you happen to hear a cat in the background, he's fine. That's Bear. He has diabetes and he can only eat twice a day. And one of those times is 7 o'clock. So he's getting a little hungry right now, but for his own good, he is just gonna have to wait a little longer. We go ahead and tap out all the shavings. Usually I don't do this directly on my table. And there we go. A nice sharp point on that thing. Wonderful. So I'm gonna get down to the work of the thing. Let's see what we can do to get a good likeness before the end of the video. One thing that I've learned over the years is that if you are drawing a celebrity, make sure that the photo, no matter what photo you're using, actually looks like the person. It really looks like the person the way that you think the person looks. And then also it helps if you find a picture of the person doing something that you think of them doing. If you remember the picture of Chino, it's him actually kneeling down on stage screaming into a microphone. That's kind of how I always picture him. So right now I'm just trying to get the rough beats of the situation, you know, trying to figure out kind of where everything lives on his head. We're getting there. The cat is intense right now. Just keeping it really loose. You know, this is just the pencils. It's actually been a long time since I've drawn, so if we get anything resembling a person, I'm gonna be happy. The cat is going wild. I think the little buddy can hear me, and it's kind of teasing. He's kind of a people cat, and when he can hear people or he can see people but he can't interact with them, kind of drives him nuts a little bit. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get the broad idea of his fingers right now. I would much rather, I'd rather draw 10 faces than 10 fingers. To be honest, it's one of those things. It sucks coming to hands, and if you do like drawing hands, you know you're an anomaly. We're getting someplace. I think we're seeing something here. Maybe. I don't know if you can see that. There's so much lag on this. It's kind of you know? I don't know what doot doot is. This whole thing that Chino does with the microphone cord, kind of wrapping it around himself and stuff. I mean, that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll try to capture some of that as well. Let's see, I completely ignored the fact that his beard starts somewhere. There we go. But you know what? I'm just having fun. You know? Live videos rolling. I'm babbling. This is going to be an hour feed every Monday. Come pop in, keep me honest. But I'm going to go ahead and hold this up. I don't know how long this is going to take. I apologize if this is going to be up here forever in order for me to see whether or not you can see it. Yeah, you can kind of see it. All right, so there's that, and there's that. That, and then that. Both of them together. What looks better? A or B, 1 or 2? That's an optometry joke. Yeah, I mean, we're coming down to the end of the video. I'm feeling pretty good about where I've gotten to. I got my rough beats in here, you know, and it looks enough like Chino. I would say pretty successful video so far. These hands need some work. Good Lord. I don't know what I'm humming. I'm just kind of keeping myself going. You ever do that? You ever just hum a weird melody to yourself just to kind of keep your energy up? You don't even know what it is. It sounds like some kind of generic circus music. I don't know anything about anything except maybe drawing and maths. I'm good at maths. And I can cook. I like to cook. So, all right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits here. If I try to save the detail stuff for later on, for when I'm actually putting the color in and stuff, because it's meant to be an exercise in exploring a new style. But so we'll go ahead, we'll get you one more look at what I've been up to. That's all weird. Well, we'll edit it in post. We'll get it. We'll get it at some point. No. I'm done. All right. So that is the end of the first episode. Oh, that kind of worked. See, I got the lag. No, that didn't work at all. It's too blown out. So thank you, everybody who tuned in, everybody who is watching this after the fact on one of the social media outlets. Appreciate everybody who came out, everybody who commented. I am so excited to do more. I am so excited to put this video together and release it in its edited form, graphics and music and all kinds of good stuff. And there is the buzzer. There is the clock chime letting me know that it is 7 o'clock. It is time for me to get out of here. I have to go feed my cat and tell my lovely fiance Mary Bird that I love her. So until next week, stay positive, stay creative, stay inspired, and keep an eye out for the updates on this stuff. And I'll keep an eye out for your updates too. I love seeing artwork from people. I am creating now, so I will be on social media. So until next time, since the clock interrupted me, be well, be safe, destroy your potential.